Before this interview even starts, you can tell it's not your usual conversation. Tracy brings up emotional intelligence, and Andrew knows exactly where this is heading. But instead of dodging it, he leans in. Love him or hate him, you can't deny. He knows how to own the room.
So what do you think about emotional intelligence per se for men, and then we could maybe jump to women? So is it necessary to be emotionally intelligent?
It is, because you need to be likable to some degree, and also for anybody to trust you to lead, they need to have faith in your capability to interact with other people and with them and to not be abusive. So I would argue that emotional intelligence is very important, yes. I think like all ideas that we discussed earlier, it's been psyoped and Trojan horsed into women talk about emotional intelligence often when they're trying to get a man to do whatever they want. Mm-hmm. But I do believe that emotional intelligence is very important. However, apathy can be weaponized. Like apathy can be a dangerous thing. So as men, sometimes we come across as very cold or uninterested, or we come across as people who do not understand a woman's emotions. Even though we do understand them, we do have the ability to understand it. We just see a picture perhaps bigger than they do sometimes.
This part's interesting. He talks about how most men struggle to handle emotions, not because they don't feel, but because they don't know how to express it. Whether you agree with his delivery or not, the point stands. Emotional control is power, and that's something a lot of people overlook.
But do you think it gives you ammunition, not just with women, but also if you're speaking in public, if you want people to be swayed to listen to you, even with the media? Do you think emotional intelligence would have gotten you much more out of your message than what you currently are facing?
Yeah. I try and shock people out of apathy. So I'm not trying to say things in a way that cater for everybody's feelings. I'm not trying to. Perhaps I could, and maybe I would have gotten further. But I'm deliberately not trying to.
If your real message is you want to be able to shape the minds of these young kids or these young men, you want people to wake up to the matrix. This is the message.
Correct.
And I believe that. Do you think people would listen more? I mean, I don't think anybody, at least I didn't know you had Hustle University. I think many people that know you, and they're a lot, half of them probably don't know that you have something like Hustle University.
Yeah.
And it would be really good for them to know. I want people to know this. I want people to know what your real message is. And aside from the gimmick and the noise, I find most of it funny. I mean, because I have a sense of humor. So I just don't, and even if I don't agree with a thing or two you say, I'm just like, whatever, that's his opinion. I mean, like I would with any lunch or dinner that I have and I'm disagreeing with somebody. I think people take offense very quickly. They're way too emotional, way too sensitive unnecessarily. You don't agree, you don't agree. But do you want your message to be loud and clear, or do you just want to poke at people just to piss them off because they're being annoying?
No.
Because I get both versions, but which one are you standing by?
That's actually such a deep and honest question. Because emotional intelligence really can change how people receive your message. Sometimes it's not about what you say, but how you say it. Let's see what Andrew Tate says to this.
You know, that's a really good question. And if I have to psychoanalyze myself in real time, because I've never been asked this question before, so I want to tell you the truth. So I'm trying to work it out myself, because am I a philanthropist? No. Am I trying to help people because I really care about people? I'm being honest.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But what I am doing is I see these evil people doing something evil, and I want to call them out on it. And then, yes, I do want to raise an army to fight them. I have to be very honest.
No,
I'm
love
not
that.
trying to make men rich because I am such a nice
I'm
guy.
a coach and I want to maybe
that I
train the
want
next
you
generation.
to be rich. No, I'm saying, look at these evil scumbags. Look at the lies they're telling. Look what they're doing. Help me fight them. That's what I'm trying to do. So when you ask me, am I trying to make everybody hear my message? Yes, I am, because I'm trying to raise an army. But am I also trying to poke my enemy and piss them off? 100% yes. So it's kind of a combination between the two. A lot of this isn't philanthropic. The reason my school is so efficient, the reason people make so much money, is because I know if you teach young men how to make their own money and be physically strong, it's hard to psyop them, which makes them a soldier on my team against the other team. I've just found bad guys breaking into a house. I'm walking down the street and I see these evil people breaking into a house to kidnap a woman and her children. And I'm just saying to guys, come help me. I'm not trying to turn them into heroes. I'm saying, let's just stop this. Let's stop this. They'll become heroes by extension. But my motivation isn't making them a hero. My motivation is stopping that. Am I making any sense?
100%.
That's what I'm trying to do. So Yeah, do I like to antagonize my enemy? Yes. And I antagonize them on purpose because the more I antagonize them, the more powerful they make me. I'll give the secret away. Hello, MI6, because I know they're watching this. Hello, guys. Hello, BBC. You're going to take parts of this and you're going to chop it up and you're going to say, I said bad things, which is why I said them in the way I said them, so that you would do that. Because you can buy advertising, but you can't buy the BBC. But I get the BBC. Then everyone will watch this. And then people will say, you know what he says is actually pretty smart. Then I become more powerful than ever before. But these jackasses can't help themselves. So they are my brand. My brand is the hate. That is my brand. You need hot and cold air to make a tornado. You have to have the pro and the con, the light and the dark, the yin and the yang. My brand relies on hate. If my haters disappear, it becomes a lot harder for me. So I have to sit here and say certain key things that will be taken out of context so I can be attacked with them, because I don't care about going to jail that much.
This answer really shows how deep his mindset goes. He's not pretending to be a good guy or a savior. He's being brutally honest about his mission. He's basically saying that the strongest person in any situation is the one who stays calm when everyone else loses it. That's not arrogance, that's awareness. Knowing when to react and when not to, that's leadership.
Are you afraid of anything?
Yes, I am afraid of things, but it wouldn't stop me doing anything. Like, on an ideal day, I don't get in the ocean. I don't like the ocean.
Oh, wow.
I don't like
Like
it.
fish? Like flounder?
I just think the ocean is just, it's a big psyop. There's something weird going on.
Unpredictable.
Yeah, I can't see.
There's no control there. Huh?
There's no control. My life's extreme enough. Like, I have a hard enough time. If I get in and out of the car to and from a restaurant without getting killed, I have a sigh of relief. Like, I have an extreme life. I don't need to do extreme things. I don't need to jump out of planes. I don't need to go in the ocean. There's fish in there, and they're saying that whales are mammals. No, they're not. They're fish. And there's just a whole bunch of lies around the ocean. Have you not heard, like
jellyfish things?
Jellyfish.
Yeah,
they killed Steve
fun.
Irwin.
No, man.
I just think they're lying about the ocean.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think they're lying about the ocean. Like,
not climate change, it's the ocean itself. Like,
if it was up to me, we'd get to the bottom of this. I was saying that we should basically just nuke all the dolphins the other day. And someone said we can't do that because dolphins are mammals.
True.
No, but they're not.
They are.
They live in the ocean and they have fins. There must be fish. There's no mammal. That's not a mammal. That's a fish. And I said,
like
why? But here's the psyop. Why are the fish we're supposed to like, whales and dolphins, called mammals, but the other fish are just fish? It's a setup.
It's not a setup.
It's a setup. They're all fish. A dolphin has never paid my rent. There's too many fish in there. I don't like any of them. I don't trust any of them. I don't go in the ocean.
That's classic Tate. Even when he talks about fear, it turns into a statement about control and chaos. He's not afraid of the ocean. He's afraid of what can't be controlled. It's not really about fish. It's about power, unpredictability, and the refusal to surrender to anything unknown. His whole mindset is built around power, order, and staying in charge. So even his fear sounds like confidence. It's never surrender. It's awareness.
I feel like my image is actually a fantastic test for me to get a read on others. It's actually great for me. I would hate to explain myself. If I walk in a room and I can see who likes me and dislikes me instantly, that's perfect. I like that. It's like a instant test of who's a moron and who isn't. So I kind of like my image. I would hate for someone who I don't want to like to convince me to like them because somehow they didn't give me an honest perception of how I'm viewed. If this makes sense. When I walk into a room and there's 10 people and 2 of them go, "Did you see what they said about him in the news?" I'm like, good, okay, don't talk to them. They're losers.
That actually makes a lot of sense. You're basically saying you use people's reactions to your image as a filter. It saves time and shows who's genuine and who just follows the crowd. It's a powerful mindset because it turns judgment into a tool instead of a weakness. Most people try to fix how others see them, but you use it to understand others. That's a high level of self-control and awareness. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section.